What about his game makes anyone out there think that it won't translate? Big arm, accuracy, guys. He completed over 72% of his passes last year. The athleticism, which has become more and more of a prized trait at the quarterback spot as this league has evolved. Think about it. The best in the game can move and do their thing. And I don't think it's getting enough love how he's handled success very well, too. Very maturely. He's always giving love to his teammates every time I see him. He's always dapping up his coaches, giving them respect. And of course, I mean, his mom, Regina Jackson, who he calls his rock, which we love to see, and credit for both his on-field skills and his ability to earn his degree in just 3 years. I don't know what else you could want in a prospect.
Jayden Daniels was one of the, if not the most dominant player in college football last season, acquiring over 4,900 yards, 50 touchdowns to just 4 interceptions. Won a Heisman Trophy, was a consensus All-American player, Walter Camp Award, won the Davey O'Brien Award, and the Johnny Unitas Golden Arm Award as well, all in one season. If it wasn't for Caleb Williams, Jayden Daniels would be the consensus #1 draft pick, but also in any NFL draft, he would be the #1 guy. That's how special of a player he really is. And you can say what you want about his frame or some of his attributes, but either way, the man has stayed healthy, been elite, shown leadership, and has been an absolute dog on and off the football field. Now, I wanted to break down some film here on Jayden Daniels. Here, number 5, we're going to see one of the best plays you'll see in college football. One of the most intriguing ones that shows up on the film. Now, a lot of people like to speculate, like to say that his O-line was so good, and yeah, they were so good, but at times when he was pressured, it's what he does in those situations that makes him so special. So right away, we're going to see this edge rusher get right around the corner, beating the tackle. Now, look at Jayden Daniels, right? All the awareness is there. He's not fully looking at this edge rusher. He's looking down the field to make a throw. Steps up in the pocket, avoids the pressure, and now boom, let's get to the outside. Now, in situations like this, a lot of quarterbacks, especially in college football, they like to just take it off and pick up like 6 or 7 yards off the scramble. But the entire time, right, knowing he can run, he allows his defense to bite up on him, but also knowing he's such a good passer and has a very strong arm, he knows his ability to throw this football is even better than what he could do running. Boom, look at this, on the run, kind of throwing crossbody in a way, but gets it right in the perfect spot for his wide receiver to catch it and run up the sideline for a massive gain. Now, in this video, we're going to break down everything you need to know about Jayden Daniels, why he is becoming one of the most dominant players, and why it will translate to the NFL level, as well as we're going to break down some film throughout his collegiate career and show you why he's such a special player. We're going to break down some of his potential landing spots in the NFL draft. But if you guys disagree with me, if you guys think he doesn't have a chance to be a dominant player in the NFL, comment down below why. Do you think it's a skinny frame, or what traits do you think leads you to believe he might not be that guy in the NFL? Now also, hit the like button, subscribe if you're new, it is free, doesn't cost anything, and hey, we're going to be covering the entire NFL draft, so make sure you guys join the family. Let's jump right back into the video. Now, when we deep dive into the things that makes Jayden Daniels a special football player, we look at the great leadership on and off the field, a guy in the huddle that will command his team, make sure everyone knows what they're doing, but especially when they're in the, that pre-snap formation, his ability to read pre-snap defenses, right? Ability to understand when the blitz is coming, where it's coming from, and how to adjust from there, and making sure his guys in the backfield, his wide receivers, his tackles, his guards, his centers know how to adjust in those scenarios if there will be, some pressure coming off the edge or the interior, the A gap, the B gap. He knows how to adjust. He's willing to be a pocket passer. That is something that is special. Obviously, he's a guy that can get outside the pocket, extend plays if he has to, but also can get big chunk plays in terms of scrambling. But at the same time, he's a guy that wants to be in the pocket. He wants to be protected. He wants to be able to throw the ball because of his amazing arm strength, which is another big time talent of his. He's got amazing footwork in the pocket. We broke down a play earlier where he steps up, avoids the pressure, gets outside the pocket and makes an unbelievable throw, right? Again, amazing potential in that category as well. His scrambling potential, like we said, top tier, Lamar Jackson-esque. Now, we do know that, he does have some weaknesses. Even his throwing with anticipation, that is something I love as well. But one of the biggest weaknesses, or maybe, things that scare some people, and definitely some draft analysts, is the skinny frame. There's a lot of, hype around Drake May. There's a lot of hype around JJ McCarthy. But ultimately, I think Jayden Daniels will be the guy. Not only for the Commanders, but a guy who can become an instant day one great quarterback in the NFL. I think he has all the tools in the world under his belt to become that guy. Now, on this play specifically, I did want to break down some film for you guys because I do want you guys to comment down below who do you think the quarterback should be and who do you want the quarterback to be with the number 2 overall pick. So on this play, we're going to see an intense blitz here by the linebacker on Ole Miss. Now, what we see here by Jayden Daniels is a quick reaction, go through his reads, and let's get this football out of my hands. So right now, he is looking at this post route as well as this little fade here to the outside, right? We want to read the deep corners here. We know it's man-to-man coverage. You got one deep safety over the middle of the field. We know he's playing way left. Now let's go back to right here. So what he's seeing pre-snap is you have one deep safety and then 2 guys. If this is man coverage, you are going to have one-on-one coverage on this side of the field. And that is exactly why he starts off this play by looking left. Once he notices his man coverage, we know we have this man-to-man. Boom. And now you have Malik Neighbors running a post route. You have to get it over this linebacker, which, boom, perfect throw right to Malik Neighbors and makes a big play after the catch as well, guys. The throwing with anticipation, the understanding, the reading of the defense comes so easily to Jayden Daniels. Not only has he shown signs of being a good pocket passer, but also can make plays on his legs as well. Alright, so we just showed you a play where he stayed in the pocket, made a really good throw, read the defense, threw over the linebacker. Unbelievable play in the pocket, right? Now, on this play specifically, I want to show you one where, not only does he go through his reads, nobody was open, but then continues to make a play with his legs. So, boom, right away, drops back in the pocket. So defensively, we're reading, we got a 4-man rush. You got 2 linebackers that are either in QB spies or they're playing the tight end and the running back out the backfield. So boom, right away, you're going to see him follow the running back, see him follow the tight end over here, which opens up the middle of the field for the most part. However, after he's gone through his motions, after he's gone through his progressions, nobody's open. So, this is something you want to see at your quarterback. At least go through the progressions. You don't want to hike the ball and immediately think, okay, let me get out the pocket, let me make a play. But instead, what he does here is wait until he goes through his reads, nobody's still open, and now we got edge pressure here by Elijah McAllister. So, boom, gets to the outside, realizes, okay, I don't really have that outside leverage here, so let me actually bounce it back in and use my offensive line as a weapon. Boom, gets in there, and now you have basically just a free lane into the 5-yard line here. Boom, makes a couple of guys miss, fights in to the 1-yard line. I mean, these are things you want to see out of your day one quarterback, right? Not only can he make a play in the pocket, but he can also make a play with his legs as well. Guys, if you ask me, Jayden Daniels, if it wasn't for Caleb Williams, would be the clear-cut best quarterback in this year's NFL draft. In my opinion, Jayden Daniels, when you look at the overall prospect, he is one of the most dominant players in this year's NFL draft. And again, the Commanders at number 2 can absolutely steal him with their overall selection. However, there's been a lot of rumors that, maybe Drake May, maybe it's JJ McCarthy, maybe it's a guy like Michael Penix. I don't really know. But if I'm the Commanders, it's Jayden Daniels. If it's not Jayden Daniels, someone's going to get a steal of a draft pick. And we've heard a lot of teams being very interested. The Raiders, the Patriots, the obviously Commanders, the Vikings, the Giants, all of these teams, within the top half of this year's drafts want to at least make the attempt to go get him. Now, I don't know how possible that is. I don't think it's too possible at all. I feel like the only real scenario is if the Commanders at number 2 take a Drake May. Now, if the Commanders take a Drake May, New England still needs a quarterback. However, maybe if they're not sold on Jayden Daniels, maybe they trade the pick. I don't think the Commanders trade the pick. I don't think they can trade the pick. The Patriots maybe could trade back to get more, assets in this year's NFL draft, but man, I think Jayden Daniels is going to be a stud. I think whoever ends up getting him is going to find a steal. And you know what? I do think, and I may be wrong, but I do think that he can dominate at the NFL level as long as he ends up in the right spot. And to me, there's a couple of teams that could be the right spot. The Vikings, the Commanders, or the Raiders. I think those spots for Jayden Daniels could make a really good... I mean, you look at the weapons those teams have. Justin Jefferson, right? Jordan Addison with the Vikings. The Commanders, Jahan Dotson, Terry McLaurin, Zach Ertz, Austin Eckler. The Raiders, Devontae Adams, Trey Tucker, Jacoby Myers, Michael Mayer, Zamir White, Alexander Madison. Any of those teams, in my eyes, would be great fits for a guy here like Jayden Daniels. Let me know what you guys think, though. Hit the like button, subscribe if you're new, join the family, turn on post notifications so you're notified every time we post a video. And again, I will be covering the entirety of the NFL draft, breaking down every single pick. Every pick. I'm telling you, every pick. Pretty much every pick. All right. Join the family. I'll see you guys during the draft or next video, which should be tomorrow. Peace.